I'd like to see Mr. Morrow, please.
Who's calling?
Richard Diamond.
Oh, yes, Mr. Diamond. Come in. In here. Mr. Morrow was expecting you.
Thank you for coming, Mr. Diamond. That'll be all, Clara. You may leave for the day.
Thank you.
Well, what's it all about?
Her. Harriet, my daughter-in-law. She's gone. I want you to locate her as quickly as possible. I'd search for her myself, but in my condition, it would be difficult.
Mr. Morrow, I like money as well as the next fellow, but the police have a very adequate setup for tracing missing persons. Why don't you call that?
Well, for one thing, Harriet's only been gone from the house a few hours.
Yeah, that's one thing. What's the other?
I've kept a gun in there for years. I know Harriet took it this afternoon. You must find her, Mr. Diamond, before she makes up her mind to use it.
Oh, no.
Herself.
Why would you want to kill her, sir?
My son, Frank, Harriet's husband, died in an auto accident a year ago. She's been brooding ever since.
A year ago? Why didn't you wait until now?
Well, as time went by, she became worse, more out of touch. I suppose it finally reached its climax. You see, Mr. Diamond, today is the anniversary of my son's death. I tried to make her understand, but she insisted upon blaming herself for the accident.
So she was driving?
No, she wasn't even in the car. She was here in the house at the time. But she felt that if she had been with Frank, it wouldn't have happened. And there's been no reasoning with her.
Do you have any idea where she might have gone?
No.
How about her friends?
She hasn't seen anyone in a year.
She was here until about, a few hours ago.
That's right. But I didn't notice the gun was missing until long after she had gone.
Did you see her leave?
Yes. Evidently, she called for a taxi. There was one waiting outside.
What company?
Pacific.
Can I use your phone?
Yes, of course.
I have a telephone listing for the Pacific Cab Company, please. Mrs. Moore? I've been looking for her.
Let me go, please.
I've got a job to do.
I know, but I want to call the whole deal off. I'll pay you anything.
I've already been hired.
I know,
How are your
but
father-in-law?
My father-in-law hired you?
Yeah, he was a little worried that you might make up your mind to use this. My name's Richard Diamond. I'm a private detective.
How did he know about that?
He was worried about you. Looked around the house, found this missing. I'll give you a little advice.
Oh, you don't understand. There's a great deal you don't know.
Well, there probably is, but I know that this is a bad way out. What makes you feel so responsible for this accident?
Because if I'd been driving, it wouldn't have happened.
Is that a guarantee?
All right. But I would have been better off if I'd died with Frank.
Now, look, Mrs. Moore.
It came right down to it. I didn't have the courage to die.
Good, let's go. It's all settled. Take you home.
It's not settled at all. That's the ironic part of it. I only took this along for protection, not to kill myself. When you came over to me, I thought you were the man. That's why I told you I'd pay you anything to call the deal off.
What man?
The one I hired to kill me. The arrangements were made last night, but I've changed my mind. I want to live now, no matter what.
Well, why didn't you call it off?
I tried, but it doesn't seem to be any use.
What's this fellow's name? Who is he?
I don't know.
What's he look like?
I don't know. That's the irony of it. He knows everything about me. I know nothing about him.
Car's outside. I'll drive you home.
Strange. I wanted to die. Now I want to live, but he won't stop until he's done the job he was paid to do. That was the guarantee.
Who gave that guarantee?
The man I dealt with.
What's his name?
Doria. Vito Doria.
Where'd you hear about him?
I was told he was the kind who could arrange anything. Doria told me he'd find someone who specialized in such things. I gave him $500. He told me the job would be guaranteed.
If you changed your mind, why didn't you get back to this story?
I don't know where he lives. I tried the phone book. He's not listed.
Where did you meet with him?
Same bar where you came for me. I was waiting there, hoping he'd show up.
Did you ask about it?
Mm-hmm. Bartender pointed him out to me in the first place.
What'd he say?
He said he'd never heard of Doria.
Well, after I take you home, I'll go back and see if I can improve the bartender's memory.
I'd rather my father-in-law didn't know about this.
Well, he'll understand.
He's had enough trouble. He didn't tell you quite all about that automobile accident last year. He was in the car with Frank. That's why he's in a wheelchair now, crippled for life.
What'll it be?
A lady came in here a while ago. Her name was Harriet Morrow. She was asking some questions about a Vito Doria. All of a sudden, you didn't know Mr. Doria.
We don't serve drinks to guys who are already loaded, so beat it. I told you to beat it.
I asked you a question.
I didn't ask you.
Had your liquor license?
Yeah, so what?
You want to get it revoked?
I didn't commit any violation.
Conspiracy and an attempted murder is a pretty serious charge.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't know what kind of business Doria's up to. All I do is run this place, and I don't get mixed up with anything else. Doria happens to come in here. He's just another customer to me. I don't have to protect him.
Did your memory improve it?
I told you all that I know.
That's not enough.
Maybe he'll be in tonight.
I can't wait that long.
Maybe he's home. I can phone there and check for you.
Oh, where does he live?
349 Grove Street, apartment 3A.
Thank you. Oh, don't use the telephone after I've gone.
I won't. Don't worry.
I won't worry. You will.
Don't get it, Dad. Hello?
Mrs. Morrow, this is Richard Diamond. I'm just checking to see if everything's all right.
Yes, it is.
Do what I told you. You stay in the house and don't go out for anything.
All right. Did you find out anything about Vito Doria?
Yeah, I found his address. I'm on my way there now. I've got a friend of mine down at police headquarters. He told me that Doria has a reputation for being a finger man. But he's never been connected with any gunplay, Mrs. Morrow. He also has a reputation for being very closed-mouthed. I'll have to see what I can do about that.
Goodbye.
Yeah? Who is it? A telegram for Vito Doria. Shove it under the door. I can't. You've got to sign it, sir.
What's all this? What do you want?
I want the name of the guy you hired to kill Harriet Morrow.
I don't know what you're talking about.
About 6 feet tall. The last time I saw him, he was wearing a trench coat.
I don't know.
Harriet Morrow paid you money for a job. You gave some of it to him.
That's right. That's right. I gave him half. But I didn't see the guy. Never laid eyes on him. I left it for him at MacArthur Park.
What does he live?
I don't know. Now, look, this guy works in the dark. All I know is a phone number. He's there 2 nights a week from 8 to 8:30.
What's the number?
He'd kill me if he found out.
Well, now, you haven't got much of a choice, huh?
Madison 64699.
Madison 64699.
Yeah.
It's a nice business you're in.
I give people what they want. I didn't ask Mrs. Morrow to come here.
Operator, this is EM 12173. I'd like to speak to OL 41654.
Hi-Fi answering service.
Sam, it's me. Honey, do me a favor, will you?
For you, Mr. D, like lightning.
I want you to find an address that goes with the phone number. Madison 64699.
Madison 64699.
That's right.
Sounds like a life or death rush.
Yes, Sam, it is. I'll talk to you later. Sam?
Yes, Mr. D. Got the rundown on that Madison number.
Oh, good. What is it, Sam?
It's a public payphone in a booth in Union Station.
Oh.
Bad news, Mr. D.
Yeah, Samuel, it couldn't be worse.
Hold it. There's a call coming in on your line. Hollywood 20799. Kenneth Morrow calling, Mr. D.
Now, put him through, Sam.
Mr. Diamond?
Yes, Mr. Moore, what is it?
Harriet told me to call you before she left.
Before she left?
Yes. Just a few minutes ago.
Well, what happened?
Well, we were on the side porch. Suddenly, she became upset when she saw a car parked across the street. She told me to be sure to call you, and then she ran off.
Did you see the car?
Yes. There was a man in it.
Is it still there?
No. It drove away the moment Harriet left. Mr. Diamond, what is this all about?
I'm on my way over, Mr. Moore.
have herself killed.
It's probably the fellow you saw in the car.
But why didn't she tell me this before? Why didn't you?
If she didn't want you to know about it, she thought she'd cause you enough trouble.
What do I matter?
You matter to her.
How can I help her? Trapped here in this.
Mr. Morrow, neither one of us are going to be able to help her until we hear from her.
If we hear. Well, I'm not waiting any longer. I'm calling the police. At least I can do that.
Mr. Morrow, I already called them.
Hello?
Dad, did you get hold of Mr. Diamond?
Yes, he's here now. It's Harriet. Are you all right?
Yes, it's the first chance I've had to call.
Harriet, where are you?
Oh, in Studio City in a restaurant.
Where's it located?
Just off Ventura Boulevard and Alden Road.
Alden Road. Did anybody follow you?
I don't think so.
You wait there. Don't go out in the street. I'm on my way.
What'll it be, lady? What do you want?
Oh, just coffee, please.
Just coffee. Yeah, she was sitting right there.
And she left just like that?
Just like I said, she walked out that back door before I ever had a chance to give her the coffee she ordered.
Was there anyone else in the restaurant?
Just Joe Hacker. He's a night man down at the corner gas station. Wait a minute. I remember now. A guy came through the front there just as she was going out the back. I asked him if he wanted anything, and he just looked around and walked out without saying anything.
He about 6 feet tall?
Yeah, that's right. And come to think of it, he was wearing a coat and hat.
Thanks. You all right?
He died for me. Two people I loved most in the world died for my mistakes.
What happened?
The man I saw outside earlier in the car showed up at the restaurant.
I mean, what happened here?
I hadn't been inside the house more than a few minutes when I saw him outside, looking in through the French doors. Before he had a chance to fire his gun, my father-in-law wheeled his chair in front of me. Killer. It was Doria. He was the man in the trench coat. He was the man I saw across the street in the car. He was the man I was running from, and we didn't know it. Doria took the job on himself.
How do you know?
I saw him outside on the porch.
Well, killing isn't Doria's trade.
Just the same, it was Doria. He'll still try to kill me.
I don't think he will.
Why not?
Well, the broken glass is on the porch. If the shot had come from the porch, the broken glass would be in here. That means the shot had to come from in here.
Go ahead, finish.
You did the killing. Doria wasn't anywhere around.
Only earlier by arrangement outside the Crystal Bar. Now throw your gun on the floor. Kick it over here.
The two people you loved the most?
The two people I hated the most. Nothing mattered to me except the money I could get out of them.
You wanted it all in one lump sum, didn't you?
I would have had it last year. I arranged that accident. But he came out of it alive.
So you waited a year to do the job with another arrangement.
Well, I had you or the police as my alibi. Fortunately, you were sold on it.
What about Doria? Fellas like him come pretty expensive when they know what they know.
No more expensive than you, Mr. Diamond. Just one bullet. Dory is lying dead at the bottom of a culvert.
No, not good.
Answering service.
Hello, Samuel. It's me.
Morning, Mr. D.
Have any calls?
I've been reading about you in the paper. You should be more careful of the company you keep.
Just charge it up to experience and expenses, Sam.
Well, anyway, Mr. D, you're alive to talk about it.
Yeah, thanks to a dead man, Samuel. I'll see you later.